Hi, welcome to another edition of the Alan Rosenberg Show. It is Sunday night here on Long Island, and if you know my channel, that means I hit the Flea Market today in Belmore, New York. And yeah, did pretty good. I got 15 more dollar CDs. I got a bunch of bootlegs and then a bunch of regular ones. Some pretty good finds. So let me know what you think of what I found. Now, there was two vendors. There's this one guy that I buy a lot from that you've seen, the bootleg guy. They're $1 CDs for bootlegs, whether they're singles, doubles, triples, he don't care. And then there was another vendor there that I never saw before that he had some decent CDs that were regular CDs. So without further ado, let me show you what I got today at the Flea Market and this dollar CD haul. We're going to start with the bootlegs because I think they're kind of interesting. This one, John Mellencamp, and I'm a fan of John Mellencamp. Don't listen to him that much anymore, but this one looks pretty cool. This is called John's Garage Tape, and these are all real CDs. You know, this what they call silvers. So they're pressed and got liner notes and all of that. And it looks to me like this is rehearsals for the 1992 Whenever We Wanted World Tour. This is on Unbelievable Music, and pretty cool set list. And this is where bootlegs can be really fun. You know, you listen to the band rehearsing for the live show, and sometimes they stop and they repeat it. This should be interesting. And yeah, I don't have a lot of John Mellencamp that's not official, so this should be pretty cool, and I'm looking forward to hearing that. So that's the first one I'm going to show you. Let's stick that over there. And let's keep going. Here's another one. This is a double and another rehearsal disc that I found. This is Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band rehearsal show, Asbury Park, New Jersey. It's called Don't Go Hootenanny on Me. Looks like that. Got a price tag of $14.99, but again, it was a double disc, but it's only $1. And in fact, it was less. He threw some free ones in there. Cruising with Bruce and Convention Hall Rehearsal Show number 3, July 30th, 2002. And it looks like from the Rising Tour, which was a great tour. I saw that one at Shea Stadium, actually. So, great set list, and this is a rehearsal show, and that should be pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to hearing that one. And again, all were $1. Let's keep going. This one I'm not sure about. This is David Bowie Storytellers. This is a bootleg. They're all bootlegs so far. And live soundboard from 1999. Now the only thing is, he did have an official release, which I have. And it was this one, Storytellers VH1. And this was a CD and DVD collection. This is a real album. So that was the set list. When I compare it to the bootleg, it's kind of identical. But the bootleg has some extra tracks, which is why I picked it up. So I don't know if this is the same show. If it is, I'm not going to keep the bootleg. But if it's something else, like maybe he did another show, I figured I'd pick it up because I'm a big Bowie fan. It was only $1. So we'll see. This is a cool one. Crosby Stills, you know, it's really funny. This says Crosby, Nash, and Young. I just realized that. Well, that's odd. Crosby, Nash, and Young. Warner Brothers. That's the name of it. It says $14.99. Again, it was only $1. And this says a soundboard, FM station, reel-to-reel master tape, Prison Benefit Concert at Winterland, San Francisco, March 26, 1972. Boy, I'm really looking forward to this because is Stills not really there? I don't know. Gotta be. Well, it says Crosby, Nash, and Young. Gotta be Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young, I would think. But great looking set list, and now I'm really curious about this bootleg. So, this is one of those great things about bootlegs. You know, it looks like it was an FM show from '72 that they never released. So what the hell? I am looking forward to checking that one out. And now I'm really curious to see if Stills is on there. Another Springsteen 2 CD bootleg I got today. It's marked $9.95. Again, it was $1. And this one is called All Those Nights. And that's the set list. And what's the word on this one? Live in the USA and Europe, 1992, 1993. Crystal Cat Records. They're a pretty famous bootleg label. And interesting set list, so that's why I picked this one up. It looks some different stuff there. All the Way Home with Southside Johnny. This looks pretty cool. Jerry Lee Lewis. There's a lot of interesting things on there. I guess different highlights from the 1993 tour. So when it comes to bootlegs, a lot of times those are really fun kind of bootlegs, like compilations where they choose highlights from the tour. And that looks really cool. One of the bands that I've really grown to love over the last decades is Suede. And I actually picked up 2 bootlegs today. And this is one called Universal Trash. And this is the cover of it. And that's the back of it. I'm not familiar with this bootleg label. But there's the set list right there. And looking forward to hearing this one. It's a band that I've really grown to love. And it says exclusive fan club right there. Gig recorded at something in Copenhagen, April 30th, 1999. So we'll see how the quality is. But again, for $1, can't beat it. And talking about Suede, here was another one. This is one called Cover Me. And this is on KTS, which is Kiss the Stone, very famous bootleg label. And live in Toronto in 1995 right there. And there is the set list. We Are the Pigs. Love that one. So a lot of great tracks on this one. So we will see how this one works out as well. 2 Suede bootlegs that I picked up today. And one more. Here's a double bootleg of the Manic Street Preachers, another band I like. And this is from Manchester, 2012 Second Night, or 2001, I guess. 2001 Second Night. And there's the set list of 2 discs. Manchester Apollo, March 28, 2001. We'll see how the quality is. If the quality is not so good, we won't keep it. And in fact, the great thing about the dollar CDs is that even if they're no good, I keep the case. It's a double case, which is good to have. Now, there are the bootlegs. We got 8 bootlegs right there. And the rest of them are official real CDs that I got from a different vendor today for $1 each. And in fact, he threw a couple free ones in. So we'll see if they're any good. If they're not, I'll just dump them. This was Ricky Lee Jones live. I am not a huge Ricky Lee Jones fan. Have her first album in Pirates as well. And this is one called Live at Red Rock. So I do not know this album. Extraordinary Performance of Chucky's in Love. Gloria, Love is going to bring us back alive with I Love It. I don't know. Hopefully it'll be good. I definitely know a bunch of these songs. And if it's not any good, we'll dump it. But what the hell? How bad could it be? We'll see. Also, this is one that I was really excited about. I had recently read a book on Leonard Cohen, and they had quoted Jennifer Warnes in the book a lot. She's was a background singer for her, and of course she's a recording artist in her own right. And they mentioned the album Famous Blue Raincoat, where she does an album of songs by Leonard Cohen, of which she worked with him. So she had a right to do this. And I found it today. Jennifer Warnes and Famous Blue Raincoat, the songs of Leonard Cohen. And I already listened to this, and I really enjoyed it. This was really good. They're good versions of his songs. She got a terrific voice. So this was a great find, and I'm very excited about having that in my catalog with my Leonard Cohen stuff. This is an interesting one. I never really saw this on CD. If you're my age, you're going to remember The Secret Policeman's Ball. And that was one of the first unplugged live albums. And I've had it on record for decades. In fact, here it is. This was the original vinyl. And the first one was kind of like an EP. 8 tracks, only £1.99. There's a British version of it. And used to get a lot of play on the radio with Pete Townsend. And Tom Robinson was great on it as well. John Williams. And then, of course, legendary version of Won't Get Fooled Again with Pete Townsend and Johnny Williams. This was the original album. But then they did a second vinyl one called The Secret Policeman's Other Ball, which is this album. And like I said, I've had this for decades, and it's awesome. It's a terrific, terrific live album where they're largely acoustic. Jeff Beck, not acoustic, but the rest of the guys like Sting and Phil Collins, they were all acoustic. So I've had this album, like I said, for decades, and lo and behold, today at the flea market, there is the CD. And the CD is beautiful. It's on Rhino, and I've never seen this on CD, but it's got a thick booklet, man. So this is like remastered and just beautifully done. Way more on here, obviously, than the vinyl album, which doesn't really have much, as far as liner notes go. This thing is a huge booklet that goes through the whole thing of the Secret Policeman's Ball. So this was a 18-page booklet. So this was a thrilling find for me. It's a great album, and thrilled to have it on CD with that big booklet, and the vinyl is probably going to go bye-bye. So I don't need it. But there you go. We'll stick that up there for now. Okay, let's keep going. Let me know if you know about this. I like Jackson Browne, but I'm not the biggest fan, but I have a bunch of his stuff. I'm not familiar with this one. It's marked $5.99, but it was $1. And this is Jackson Browne, David Lindley, and Love is Strange and Vivo something. But this is a double live album. And when I was at there, I did a little research, and it got rave reviews, and apparently it's live. I guess it's live, but it's all very different kind of versions of a lot of his songs, and it got raves. So this was a really cool find. Again, I'm not familiar with this album, but if you are, let me know if it's any good, because that was a cool find. Definitely was for me. All right, let's stick that over there. Let's keep going. This is an interesting compilation. The Best of Grace Slick, marked $7.99. Again, that was $1 at the flea market. And I don't actually know all of these songs, but of course I know a lot of them. Nice to see Fast Buck Freddy, Hyperdrive. Definitely don't need to ever hear We Built This City. Nothing's going to stop us now. But an interesting collection of the Best of Grace Slick. Comes with a nice thick booklet as well. So, really thick booklet, actually. I don't know if you can see this, but beautiful booklet, color photographs, black and white photographs. This is a really beautifully put together album from BMG. So, that's a cool find. And probably all I need from Grace Slick out of the class, beyond the classics of the Starship and the Airplane. Two more I'm going to show you. Let me know what you think about these. I don't find these that much out in the wild. Once in a while I see them. I'm definitely a fan of the classic Bad Company, with Paul Rodgers, of course, one of the all-time great vocalists. But after he left, they continued with Brian Howe, and they released a couple of albums. And they were fairly successful, but, I would never have any desire to give them a chance. And just without Paul Rodgers, I didn't see the point. But today, they had 2 out of the 3. And this one especially is supposed to be pretty damn good. It's called Holy Water. And actually, apparently did pretty well on the charts, had a couple of hits. So for $1, I figured, you know what? Let me open my mind a little bit and not be so judgmental and see if Bad Company with Brian Howe after Paul Rodgers is any good. So this is, I got 2 of them. I got this one, Holy Water, and then I also got the follow-up, which was Here Comes Trouble. There was another one as well, but he didn't have that one. So 2 out of the 3. So if you're a fan or these Bad Company albums, let me know what you think, but I'll give them a shot eventually and see if it's any good. So there you have it, folks. This is what I picked up today. All of them were $1 each, and they threw a couple in for free. I think all of these 15 probably cost me $12 maybe. So pretty good day at the flea market. All of this stuff going into the backlog. and eventually I'll get to the stuff. But as always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you're new to my channel, hit subscribe. If you're a Mets fan, let's go Mets. We're going to watch them in a little while, and I'll post this video in the morning. So, again, hope you had a good weekend. Beautiful here on the East Coast. I'll see you next time on the Alan Rosenberg Show.